Welcome to another edition of ERI's Audio Shorts. My name is Braxton Steichen and I'm here today with Marissa Valsing, staff attorney at ERI. Could you tell me a little bit more about who the Maasai are or what their life is like?
I don't claim to be an expert on it by any means. So from what I understand, the Maasai are pastoral indigenous people that are mostly concentrated in Tanzania and Kenya and are the original inhabitants of the Ngorongoro Valley and the crater and of the Serengeti. And in the 1950s, as a way to preserve all this amazing wildlife in Tanzania, many Maasai people were evicted from their ancestral lands. They require a lot of land in order to be able to maintain their livelihood, and this was an issue when the Serengeti was a place where no one other than the Maasai was really going. But now that it's become such a popular wildlife and safari location, it's meant a lot of conflict.
How did you get involved in the Thompson Safari case?
I was living and studying in a remote part of Tanzania in 2004 with a group of students. We're looking at how conservation efforts can generate conservation refugees or indigenous peoples being dispossessed of their lands through conservation ecotourism efforts. Maasai communities require so much, because they're pastoralists, they require seasonal access to land for grazing, which is important to their livelihoods. The land is theirs for both customary land use and land rights reasons, and also for alleged issues with the transfer of the land that they say was fraudulently transferred to the Thompson affiliate in Tanzania. They allege that when they do try to access the land for grazing, that they are beaten, that they are unlawfully arrested or detained. And so there have been a whole host of issues arising out of that land transfer. When I finally came to ERI 4 years ago, we at the same time were learning about the Foreign Legal Assistance Action and the ability to use U.S. court proceedings to obtain evidence for use in foreign proceedings. We joined together and we saw that this was a value added that we could bring, being U.S. lawyers in U.S. courts. We could seek U.S.-based evidence and we could use that to support their case in Tanzania.
What business does Thompson Safari advertise?
Wineland Thompson Adventures, which I believe provides safari-like adventures all over the world. These safaris that the company has in Tanzania are touted as being award-winning, sustainable, eco-friendly initiatives. And underlying all of that is this land struggle, this land battle, and allegations of human rights violations.
What are your thoughts on ecotourism as an industry?
Just because something's billed as ecotourism or sustainable, it doesn't mean that there aren't issues that we need to consider that have been pushed under the rug in order for people to feel better about their vacation. We need to ask questions and we need to have answers. And right now, there are not a lot of questions being asked and there are not a lot of answers. I mean, there are not human rights standards or clear conservation standards or even clear indigenous rights standards for a lot of these initiatives.
In the meantime, while this land struggle is going on, what are the lives of the Maasai like?
The kids have to walk to school. They can't walk over the land anymore. They end up walking miles and miles more to school, and this is in a water scarce area. So it's in addition to just not having the access to cattle, it's also just limiting their movements in ways that are unimaginable to many of us.
What are your hopes for the future of the case against Thompson Safari?
I mean, I hope that the villagers in Tanzania get their meaningful day in court. I hope that they are heard. I hope that their claims are decided on their merits and not for any political reasons. I hope that they prevail and that they have the traditional access to their land again.
Leave a comment below if you have a question you would like us to answer on ERI's Audio Shorts. Thank you for listening, and please visit our YouTube channel to listen to more audio shorts like this one.